Right, folks, final games in the Premier League today. And I'm not biased, but you know I'm a United fan, so I'm going to talk United more than anything else. But a couple of thoughts on another. In fact, let's start with a couple of thoughts. I thought Villa were pretty poor today against United when they needed a win pretty desperately, pretty poor. The worst decision by a referee you've ever seen against Villa. You could say almost robbed them. You could say if they won 1-0 up, it could have been a different game. But United always look like, for all they can't score to save their lives, they had a couple of goals in themselves. They always did. They absolutely battered Villa today. Villa were poor. But talking of poor and talking of end of season, what on earth's happened to Nottingham Forest? I did see that they had more shots today than Chelsea. They might have had more of the play. I honestly don't know. I've watched United for all it wasn't a major game, for all it wasn't really for anything. Well, it wasn't from a United point of view. I couldn't watch Liverpool celebrating winning the league. I've had enough of that this last 2, 3, 4 weeks, months, wherever it may have been. So I watch United, but the last 2 or 3 weeks, Forest have just thrown it away. They've thrown it away, and I just can't understand it at all. I really can't. And then Newcastle today tried to do the same. You wouldn't have expected Everton to go there. But did they beat them in the end? They were 1-0 up. I think it ended at 1-0. You wouldn't expect them to beat Newcastle and Jordanland. You wouldn't expect it at all. Very, very strange day. Very strange day. Anyway, want to get to United. Want to concentrate on United. Partly on the back of a message I got from Mark Littlewood only the other day. And I very much get where he's coming from. But there's also a couple of things I'd like to air regarding him. We're going to be looking at Ruben himself. We're going to be looking at Garnacho. We're going to be looking at Onana. And, well, we can always say sayonara. Is it saying, no, see you later, or well done to old Johnny Evans and Christian Eriksen and old Victor Lindelof, all good servants, and on the face of it, all nice guys from what I can see. But Garnacho, Mark messaged me in the week saying he's going to be gutted if he goes. Fantastic player, only going to get better. Maybe what he did the other day was a little bit petty and things he said and his brother said, but saying them for the right reasons. And I get all of that, I really do. It looks like Rashford's gone. At one time I thought he could have been, or he was on his way to being a world beater. He wasn't one, but he was on his way. But as I've said in the past, you give me Rashford or Greenwood, I'm going to take Greenwood every day of every week. So he wasn't quite there for me. Anthony looked like a fish out of water over here. I say over here at United. He's flying in Spain and good luck to him. He could come back and do okay, but if he doesn't come back, ain't going to bother me. Sancho has done bugger all. Alright in Germany, crap over here. We don't really want him, doesn't look like Chelsea do either. So none of them really matter to me. Garnacho would a little. If he goes, I'll be gutted. He's only 20. He's going to get better. He's going to get a lot better. Wherever he goes, he's going to improve. The thing is, wherever he goes, for his own well-being and for his own development, he needs to go to a team with a strong manager, like Ruben, but with a proper culture there, where there's no bad eggs there. Because I think Garnacho's problem is he's had too many bad eggs at this club. He's been on the coattails of Rashford, and Rashford has on with Pogba, and he's seen those kind of players, and he thinks it's the norm to moan and whine and whinge. He thinks it's the norm that players come first rather than the team, and it isn't. That's never been the United way in the past, but over the last few years it's got to be that way. It will change again, and I think Ruben's the one to sweep the board clean. I really do. It's a pity you can't buy into it, because he could be a world beater for us rather than somebody else. Will I be sorry to see him go? Yes, I will. But, as I say, he's not absolutely brilliant, and I'm sure we'll get somebody for him that'll do every bit as good a job, but will be a team player, you know, and will work for the team, and it'll be team first and myself second. That's what's needed. And again, as I said to Mark the other day, you've got your man on the other wing, Diallo. You give me Diallo or Garnacho, and it's Diallo every day of the week. He's more of a team player. The end product is better. He's got all the tricks Garnacho's got, and possibly even more. He's got probably more of an engine on him. He's more of a tackler. He doesn't give up. He puts his body in the line. He's got no size about him, but he's a right niggly bugger. I think he's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We'll get somebody on that left wing. That'll do fine. There's no problem there. Sad to see him go, yes. But at the end of the day, he's a rotten apple. And he's not prepared to toe the line. If he was prepared to toe the line, Ruben would have him on board all day long and bring him on. But he doesn't want to. So for that reason, I think you've got to go. Today, they didn't start with Onana. I don't think he was even on the bench, although he may have been. Does that tell us he's down the road? I hope so. I'm guessing that's the case. I hope so, I really do. Or did they play the other boy, the Turkish lad, because it's a dead rubber? That might be the case. But I'm hoping Onana's gone, I really am. I just don't think he's good enough. Stops some great shots, but makes some terrible, terrible, terrible errors. And often he's caught in no man's land like he was the other night. And your defenders are shaky all the time behind him. He's just not commanding enough for me. Nowhere near commanding enough. It's just not commanding enough. And he makes too many silly errors. He's got to go. I hope to goodness he does. They've got to build from the back. I think the first priorities are a goalkeeper and a centre forward, and then they need 2 or 3 more players as well. That's what I'd be looking at. I really, really would. And Amarin today, I thought the speech at the end, we knew he was going to talk. We knew he was going to say he was sorry. I thought it was very good. I thought it was very heartfelt, very honest and genuine, as he always seems to be. And at the end, very uplifting. And I, for one, have signed. I bought into it. I'm on the journey with him. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really, really hard. But if they get the right kind of player next year and do it again the following year, 2 real good transfer windows. I mean, it encompasses 4, but 2 years with good transfer windows, and I think we might start to see a different Manchester United. I really do. But I want it, so I'm probably praying for it more than expecting it. But I want it. But no, I thought Amarin's today with the fans was great, and I thought the United fans showed real class. Thousands and thousands and thousands stayed in the ground. They cheered the team on, they cheered Ruben on, they cheered virtually every sentence he gave him. They cheered it on, and I thought it was great. I thought it showed a hell of a lot of class. In probably the worst season in almost living memory, for that many to stay behind and cheer the manager on, I thought was fantastic. It really was. Right, on that, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm hoping many players leave our club this year. Many players. Let's get the wages trimmed massively. Let's get some big earners off the wage bill. Let's get some transfer fees in, and let's start making some waves there. I see at the moment in Portugal, with only 5 minutes to go, Benfica are leading 1-0. I'd like old Victor to get an equaliser, then a winner, be in good spirits, and then take a call off his ex-manager on Monday morning and say, go on then, you've played crap all year and you're not in Europe, I shouldn't be coming to you, I should be coming elsewhere, but I'm going to be part of this project to get this team back where they belong. I'd love that, but I'm a dreamer. I am a dreamer. Can't see it happening, but I'd love it. But that's me, folks. I've worked in the industry for years and years and years, and if you work with some really good people, and you move on or they move on, they follow you or you follow them. If they're really good, you follow them. And I would always have thought that Amarin would have had a word in Victor's shell like before he left and said, look, next year, we're not going for you this year, we've got an agreement with the club, but we want you down at Old Trafford. Doesn't matter how we've done, whether we do good, bad or indifferent, whether we're in Europe or not, I want you down at Old Trafford next year. Are you coming? And I wanted Victor to answer in the affirmative. Well, I'll be there, boss, don't worry about that. I'm hoping that conversation's been had. I'm hoping it's been had. I'm hoping he's been and spoke to Sir Jim and said, look, we need him. We might be struggling for money, but he's one we need. I've asked him to come. He said he will. He's a guy that's going to help us get out of this pit that we're in at the moment, because he's going to fire his head with goals. He's going to score goals. Whether or not he gets much service, he'll score goals. He'll get off his own back. But when the team see what he can do, they'll start getting the ball to him early. They'll give him chances. Don't worry about that, Sir Jim. Don't worry about that. We're going to be okay. I'm hoping those conversations have happened. They probably not, but I bloody hope they have.